Sick with revenge, twisted with hate.
You just can't help yourself, can you, mister? You're out of control. You're out of control. You're out of control.
Shit. I don't know, man. I can't get enough of that shit. What's going on, man?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Looking forward to this one as always. Should be a lot of fun, this one.
Yeah, man. This was episode 17, man, Hour to Kill. And we're calling this one This Just In because I think Darren had some of these, or a couple of these probably already. But I recently picked them up, and then I said, well, let's review some films that recently picked up, you know. And
yeah, I had two new versions I hadn't, seen before.
Right.
The actual films, obviously, I've seen, but the Arrow release and the Delirium release as well, brand new. So I thought this was just perfect time, really.
Yeah,
I'll check them out again.
Man, that's the three films we're going to be reviewing is The House That Screamed, or La Residencia, or The Finishing School.
Yeah, got quite a few things to say on that one.
Right, and I actually like that. I like that cover art too, though. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Especially after you've seen the film, it kind of makes.
That's what I done with mine, basically, as well.
Yeah,
I got the Scream Factory. I don't know. You obviously never owned this film before, but
right.
I don't know if it's different extras. I know there's two versions on here.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I'll have to check out the extras because it might be a bit different.
And then the second one we're going to talk about is Delirium. You know any alternate titles on this one?
Oh God, I didn't look this one. The alternate ones up on this one. But I'm sure that because the Choi Haworth was saying there's like tons of different, alternative titles.
Yeah.
I got the old DVD as
Delirio
well.
Caldo.
Yeah. That's one that's probably got about 20 different titles.
Yeah, I'm sure once we get into it, I'll see it because I got my notes over here.
Yeah.
And then the last is Schizoid with old Klaus Kinski.
See, I love that cover, and I need to upgrade to that version because I got the old Scream Factory.
Yeah, that's a double pack from Vinegar. They comes with X-ray, but
yeah, I'll have to
that's
upgrade.
the 4K.
But again, there's quite a few things I want to say on that film as well.
Yeah.
I think the three of them we're covering tonight are all like really interesting in different ways.
Yeah.
And quite different as well.
They're completely different films from each other.
Yeah.
But
yeah, for sure.
In a way, it's still got the psychotic shit in all three. So
yeah.
Three different takes on psychos, I guess you'd say.
And definitely I would say three giallos, even though the one kind of crosses over a little bit with a slasher, but Yeah,
Yeah. Well, Schizoid's like a giallo and a slasher
combined sort of thing. Yeah.
definitely get slasher and both vibes. And then House that Screamed definitely slasher vibes.
Oh God, yeah. You
Yeah.
got to think that was. We'll come on to that in a bit, but that was a long
Yeah.
time, before the actual slasher boom as well. So that's why it's
Yeah.
quite an interesting film.
I'm gonna catch a chat right quick, and I guess we'll get started, man. I think Gizmo's gonna be here, but he didn't have the House that Screamed, so I think he's gonna come in after.
Right, yeah, that makes sense actually.
I think that's what he said. But anyway, I'll catch a chat. Chris C, what's going on, man? Hey everybody,
Hey, Chris.
flash a like for these awesome people, please. Yeah, man, appreciate it. And Blissful, hi guys, can't stay, but I hit the like. Always appreciate it.
Thanks for coming over anyway.
Yeah. And there's my beautiful wife. Hey, honey, I'm here,
Hey,
but
Tasha.
where are y'all? But where are y'all? Yeah. I'm trying to get everything together. Chrissy says, hi, Bliss. Me neither. Stay for a little, but then got to get set for work. Okay.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
Texas, what's going on, man?
Hey, Tex.
Everybody saying, hey. I just purchased that Jalo book, So Deadly, So Perverse. Cool.
Oh, God, that's great, but
yeah,
you're
man.
going to end up, you won't be able to pull that down once you start reading it.
And Texas says, excellent. I got all 3 books plus a book on blaxploitation films. Awesome.
Nice.
Got a great deal at Thrift Books. Yeah, Thrift Books is where I got a couple that I got from Thrift Books. Yeah, the others I tried were out of print, I guess, is what he's saying.
Yeah, you probably get them on eBay if you try.
Yeah, I got one of mine off eBay.
They usually go for around £30. Might be getting on for £40 $40 in America, something like that. If you can get them for that price, just snap them up.
Spicy 4K, what's going on? Sup, everyone?
Spicy.
Can't stay, but I hit the like button. Got a hurricane coming this way. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Damn.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, stay safe.
Yeah, hurricanes ain't nothing to play with, man. He must be over in Florida or something. I haven't even checked the weather lately, but yeah, be safe out there for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
People saying stay safe. I'll wait for Cell to get Delirium. That film piques my interest. Oh man, yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it, man, and we're not gonna get into it. We're not gonna spoil it, but I don't know.
No, we're trying not. I mean,
we're not gonna spoil it.
Schizoid is going to be hard to not spoil, but we might give certain spoilers, but not in terms of the killer or anything like that. Not major ones. It might just be the odd. Be prepared because there might just be the odd one, thrown in where it's hard to not to say anything.
What's going on, Holland?
Hey, Holland.
Always in. Chris C saying, "Hey, delirious soup." Okay. Hey guys, sorry, preoccupied. No problem, man. Yeah, I'm farther in California, so it's going to be kind of funky where I'm at. Okay. Yeah. The weather's a trip, man. But I guess before we get started, I was just going to show a couple things. Like,
yeah, man, go for it.
Yeah. So, technically speaking, I guess on release day, Texas Chainsaw wouldn't be 50 years old. It'd be 49. But if you go by the setting in the movie of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it was August 18th, 1973. In the movie. So that would make it 50 years old. So I just want to recognize that. the Big 50, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's insane, dude. I feel like really, really damn old right now. Like,
yeah.
But I picked this up. I finally got it. I've been waiting on this damn game for 2 years. I've played it a little bit. I played a few matches, man. It's really fun, man. I don't know if it'd be for everybody. It's as you can play the family, or you can play the victim, try to escape. But it's fun, man. I think it's going to be highly playable, highly replayable.
Right.
But like I said, it's not going to be for everybody. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to learn to do it. But yeah, I got that finally.
I think the reviews for that have been really good, and I think you said before we come on air that it recreates the actual scenes and everything really well. So
yeah, the creators they really showed some love to it, and the guy that owns the Gun or whatever, Gun Media, that put out the game, I think that's his favorite film. So he, like, all the maps where you're traveling and everything looks accurate to the film. I mean, you see the damn steel door and the basement and the red wall and all kinds of shit.
That sounds fucking awesome, man. Yeah.
But yeah, you can slam the door and all that shit.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's really cool. But yeah, I got that, and I picked this up today. I think this is probably, out of all the directors that are doing shit today, that's trying something different today, he's probably my favorite. And that's Ari Aster's Beau is Afraid. And
right, yeah.
So I've heard this is like really ambiguous. So it's going to be my type of shit. I already know. But went ahead and grabbed that.
Yeah, man.
I think I've seen a lot of people shitting on it, but I was listening to the way they were shitting on it. And I was like, well, I'm going to love it. I was like, okay. It don't make no sense. I was like, okay, well, great. I'm all with that. So.
Yeah.
But and then I got we recently did this one for Eurocult, so I got Slaughter Hotel.
That film is fucking wild, man.
It's a crazy ass movie, and it's insanely good. I think this is highly rewatchable. But
God,
again, maybe not for everyone, but
it's trashy fun, but it's amazing with it as well.
Klaus Kinski, another Klaus Kinski.
Yeah,
he's been popping up quite a bit here lately. So
yeah, he plays a doctor in one of the films we're going to mention in a bit as well.
Yeah, and then I don't know if I showed this or not, but I recently got that William Friedkin passed away. So this is the uncut version of the French Connection. Disney, I know they cut the shit out of it. They cut like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
They cut like 7 minutes out of it.
Is that out of print now, that version then?
It's not out of print yet. Not that I know of. And
right.
I got this for $10 on
oh man, that's awesome. Yeah.
On Amazon. So but anyway, I guess we'll get started. I just wanted to show a few things. Oh, one more thing I'll show. Hope I ain't boring nobody.
No, man.
But
that poster, yeah.
There's a poster for that art. That commissioned artwork is killer.
Yeah, that is really nice.
I mean, they nailed it, I think, as far as the farmhouse and the.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that. Love that artwork.
But yeah, it's killer. And Kane Hodder did the mocap for Leatherface.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was like 2 years ago, wasn't it? It was like 2 years in the making, really.
Yeah.
But it's good to hear that they really done it, proud, really. Because some of these games are shit, but
And Kane did the the chainsaw dance and everything. So.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So you see.
Yeah, I'll have to look at the game because I'm not a big gamer, as I said before, but I might look at the gameplay videos on YouTube and.
Yeah.
I might end up doing it, carrying it, and getting the Friday the 13th game as well, but we shall see. It's just getting the time really to play them.
Right. Oh, tripping out here. Yep. Shit. Okay. But Yeah, man. I guess we'll get into it. So we'll start with the oldest one first, and that's the
Yeah.
House that Screamed, 1969 when this came out. Uh, you got a? Did you want to say the synopsis on it, or you want me to?
I'm trying to think if I wrote one down. I don't think I wrote the synopsis down, but it's quick. It's pretty easy to explain.
I got it. If you want me.
Oh, you got? Yeah, if you got one, yeah. Carry on, yeah.
Okay, it's just it's a Spanish film, like, so it's a boarding house for bad girls, I guess you'd say, and it's a French boarding school for bad girls. and
Yeah, yeah,
so there's girls are like coming up missing, disappearing in the school.
right.
You got the one girl. Um, I'm blanking out on her damn name. Is it Therese? Teresa?
Therese, yeah, played by
Therese.
Christina Galbo.
Yeah. So she's new to the school. She's coming in there. You get really. I got very very heavy vibes like any like the Schoolgirls in Peril. Any three of
Okay,
those,
yeah, yeah,
any three
yeah.
of those movies, I could kind of see maybe, but just to maybe get inspired from this film. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can totally see that. I kind of, for me, there's one kill in this film that's totally, I think, um, inspired a killing in Phenomena, and I
Yeah.
think the whole setting as well of Suspiria. There's
Right.
no way like Dario Argento had not seen this film before he made, Suspiria and Phenomena. There's just no way.
Yeah.
And knowing he was a film critic back in the late '60s as well, it makes sense that he did see this. But yeah, again, we'll come on to those scenes. But so there you go. There's like 3, 4, 5 films just heavily inspired by this one film. So that's why I think this is really important. This is a
Yeah.
really important film.
The stand. I mean, so the cast is you got Lily Palmer as Senora for no. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, you're better than me at saying stuff
Right.
like
And
that.
then you got Christina Galbi, which I thought she was, or Gabo. I thought she was awesome. She's the one playing Teresa Garin, and then
I think, man, she's just such a beautiful looking. I don't know if that's
she's got like this
politically correct.
innocence.
Yeah,
beauty.
exactly.
It's not like a trashy, sleazy, oh she's
No.
hot kind of deal.
Yeah.
She's like a innocent, beautiful, if that makes sense.
One of the most beautiful actresses, I think, of the time. I know Edwige Finesse gets mentioned a lot, and she is the number one for me, Barbara Boucher, all that. But I think Christina Galbo is not far behind in terms of just beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Right. And I gotta say, and Mary Maud, she is the standout to me in this film. Playing
Right.
Irene Tupon or whatever.
Yeah, like the head girl, basically.
She's like the protege. She's like the protege of the headmistress.
Right, yeah, because it's kind of run in some ways. It's kind of run like a prison where, in a prison you get the head guy, then the daddy they used to call him over here. But she plays. Yeah, you're right. She plays that part really well. I think she's a British actress as well.
Yeah.
I think she did a film called Crucible of Terror from 1971. But yeah, she's outstanding. I think there's a few actually. I actually think who you just mentioned as well, Lily Palmer. She plays that fucking headmistress really strict. She's got that down, man. I tell you.
She's very strict, and then it's got some weird little tones with her son. So we haven't even mentioned her son yet. So her son, she's trying to keep her son separated from the girls, and it's like he keeps spying on the girls and following them around and shit like that. But she's trying to keep him away from that. He's like 14 or 15, I think.
Yeah.
And so that's John Mulder Brown as Louis. Is it Louis?
Louis, I think. Yeah.
Louis or Luis Forno. I guess that's how you say it.
He's kind of like well known for this film called Deep End, which was made in 1971, I think. and he was in Vampire Circus as well. So he's got, most of these have got like a little bit of, horror sort of, in their past kind of thing. But yeah, this film, if we're gonna go on into it, like, we got the start of it done in the. I don't know what you felt about the actual setting. It's done in like the 1900s, early 1900s, and I think they nailed that, man.
Well, it's the 19th century, right? So
yeah.
So it's no electricity, like they got candles and lanterns and shit, and I never have understood that though. When you watch these period films like this, why is everybody wearing so much damn clothes? It's got to be hot as shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But the actual school we're staying in and all that, it just, it's better than most period pieces I've ever seen in terms of detail.
Oh man, the production
it just
design,
takes you right back. Yeah,
the production design's off the chart. Are fucking amazing. Like you said, they paid big time attention to detail, the atmosphere of this big ass massive. It's like a castle.
Yeah.
And it's just the whole, like, a lot of people might think this film's slow, but to me, I think it's important what happens and the way that the character develop, the character development, everybody's fleshed out. You know what I'm saying? Like every character is fleshed out and it's just done really well. It's not slow to me at all, but a lot of people.
I was kind of a bit worried whether you was gonna think it was slow, but it's like I said to you, just stick with it. And when it does,
I don't think there's anything that's unnecessary. Like some films make it slow, like just to make the runtime longer or some shit.
Yeah.
But this, I think everything's important. Every scene's important in this movie, I believe. But
yeah, I seen the shorter version. I think it was like 90-minute version, 95 minutes maybe. I think Dirk's seen the extra, got like the extra 15 minutes.
Yeah, the one that was supposedly would have got an X rating.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? Because it's not even that bad, like what I saw. But in '69, I could imagine it was pretty much pushing boundaries because there's like a little hint. It's a very subtle hint with the headmistress with her son. It's kind of like they don't say nothing. It's real ambiguous about it, but you kind of get the vibe like it's a like there's some damn weird incest shit going on with the mother and son.
Yeah, that's what I got from it. Yeah, definitely. And again, without giving too much away, I think the film Pieces as well got a lot. This film influenced Pieces. Yeah, I don't care what anyone says.
Right.
And I don't want to say too much on that because it might give away, some parts of the film. But yeah, this is heavily influenced Pieces as well, man.
And this was directed by Narciso Ibanez Serrador.
Yeah, you've done well.
Which I think, man, I want to dig off into some more of his films because
I don't think he made that many. I think he did make a very famous one called "Would You Kill a Child?" It's a Spanish film from 1976. Now I've never seen it myself, but everyone I've spoken to about it says it's just like amazing. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely what I wanted to go for. But like you say, early on then we got, this girl, she gets enrolled in this finishing school, Christina Galbo's character, Therese. And we got little things happening early on where as she's getting to her, around the school, we see like this open window. So we know, so we know something's up. We're not sure at this point what's going on, but we know there's something creepy happening. And the whole build up as well to those scenes, like you say, people might say it's slow, but it's so creepy and just the music and all that. It just really.
I think it's definitely necessary, man. Every frame in this film, I believe, was. Back then they couldn't cut like they do now, so. I mean, they couldn't do that shit in to the early 2000s, probably. But they had to be dead sure on their cuts. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So where you were saying before in past shows of A Bay of Blood was kind of the forerunner to the slasher film that was
Yeah,
to come. And I mean, this was like 2 years before that as well. So
yeah,
crazy, man.
yeah. This is definitely
Because,
a slasher for sure.
yeah, because I
But
wasn't sure when I mentioned this to you before whether you would think of it as a slasher or as maybe
it
part
is a
Giallo. Or,
slasher, but it's also, I don't know. It's got other shit to it. You know, it's not
yeah,
like a regular slasher. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it's not. It's very good story, very good acting. Like there's money put into this damn thing. You know what I mean?
yeah. Production wise is first class. I don't think you'll find a better production than
Right.
this of that time.
Right.
But yeah, we got some creepy things going on in school as well. There's this one defiant girl. She kind of goes against everything, and she's like whipped really badly for doing that.
Right.
And
That's
that
why I was
scene,
saying
yeah.
the Mary Maud character is vicious as hell. Like
Oh God, yeah,
so
yeah.
Olga from Suspiria ain't got shit on her.
No, she is ruthless, man. I tell you. And I was surprised she didn't get to do that many films, to be honest, or anything really famous. I
Yeah.
thought she could have gone on and done really well. But I did see she did some TV programs in the UK. But yeah, she's outstanding, as we said. You've got the part as well, where one of the girls every so often, this woodsman comes along, and basically every 3 weeks, one of the girls is kind of goes out and meets this guy who ends up basically sleeping with him.
Yeah, she goes
Which is
into the barn. So the Irene character she's pretty much lets all the girls know that if they want to do anything, and I think she's kind of like abusing them too, right?
yeah, she's
I
the
mean,
one who
she's
does
like,
the whole like whipping on the back and all
well,
that.
I
Yeah,
mean, not only that, I mean, I think she's making them have sex with her. They don't show that, but you see a
right.
girl getting her clothes on at one point when they open
Yeah,
the door. So you're
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh, what the hell? Okay. But they don't ever say it out loud, but you know what I mean? You know what the hell is going on. Plus, the way she keeps looking at the new girl,
yeah,
Teresa.
yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very odd. But
It's very subtle, like you say, with the incest as well, Pat.
yeah.
It's just done really subtly, but with tons of like atmosphere and just yeah, amazing, man.
But man, I got to say, the first kill is disturbing as hell, I thought. And it's like this hand comes out of the darkness
Yeah,
and puts its hand over the girl's mouth and just starts this stabbing with this beautiful music going at the same time.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
the music starts distorting and the music starts fading and distorting. And it's like the music stops when the life leaves her body. I was just
yeah,
like, damn, I was taken fucking back on that shit, man. That was an awesome fucking setup kill in the dark.
yeah.
I mean, with that, I mean,
It's like it's
they
like the whole.
overlay the scenes. I don't know how to explain it, but it's
Yeah, I know what you mean.
fucking
The
awesome.
whole setup to that scene as well, because
Yeah,
like she goes out in the middle of the night to meet this boy, like you said, Lewis, and it's really foggy and it's set. The fucking lighting and everything is superb. And like you say, when she gets stabbed from behind, you get this slow motion, and the piano score is. You would think the piano score would not go with the scene, but it's played so superbly. It's quite
yeah,
eerie and
it is. That's what I
and
was saying. It's so beautiful, like a piece of music, but this
yeah,
horrible shit's happening. This chick's getting killed. It's just
yeah.
so disturbing the way they did that shit. But
And I wonder if this film came before or after The Bird with the Crystal Plumage as well,
yeah,
because yeah,
it
like
came
I said, and
before.
we'll come on to it a little bit with another kill, but I
Yeah,
think Argento is sure to have seen these.
yeah. This came before, right? Because this is '69 when this came out.
Yeah, I think Bird was made in '69. Maybe
Oh,
didn't get released till '70. So yeah, this probably did come before.
right.
Which yeah,
Because
yeah.
this was
There's
released
no
in
way
60.
I
Yeah.
right. Yeah, yeah. There's no way Argento never saw this. We got a really weird scene as well after the first kill as well, where we got all these girls showering, and I know they're technically supposed to be underage. So I think the one's 18,
Yeah.
but like they're showering with all. I don't know what they got on. They got like this thing on top of them, and it's weird
Yeah, it's
because you
like a
can't.
nightgown.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
like all wearing this nightgown while they take a shower, which I thought was very strange. But
I mean, you can't wash yourself that way, surely. But
so then you see that
yeah,
with the headmistress too. Like the one girl's the one that's been defiant toward her. You know, she starts to take it all off, and she's like,
yeah,
"No, don't." She's like, "Don't. What are you doing?" And she's like, "Well, I need to, wash up these wounds. I think you understand that or something." And you can see that she's kind of like maybe aroused too. The
yeah,
headmistress.
yeah,
So I was
yeah.
like, "What the?" But it never shows nothing. Like it never goes
No,
into that. It's
it's
all like,
all
yeah,
insinuated, basically. Yeah,
yeah,
and that's what makes this film creepy, like, because there's always something,
yeah,
going on, like, and you've got to kind of make out of it what you think yourself. I don't think there's a definite, definition of what this film is all the way through, but you've got to add up all the little things together, and you come to like this just amazing film. I think
yeah.
very underrated.
It's not hard to follow. You just got to pay attention. It's not going to spoon feed it to you though either, and it's not going to beat you over
Exactly.
the head. It's not going to
Yeah.
beat you over the head with shit either. So, which I love.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate a film that over explains everything, and this don't. So,
Right. Yeah. So we find out that this boy Lewis like is a son, and he's
yeah,
basically got like a few health issues. Like he can't really go out. He's got asthma.
right,
Um, and obviously with the shower scene as well, he gets stuck in. He's spying on these girls, and
right,
he happens to get stuck where this, in the boiler room, this guy comes in and locks him in basically. So yeah, so you've got that, and you've got you kind of got a bit of a relationship going on with Therese as well, the boy. He seems to be quite a womanizer in his way because he's like getting it on with all these girls, or he's certainly like seeing all these girls.
yeah,
But
yeah,
you got the head girl then who kind of taunts Therese then, doesn't she? She's like, "Oh, your
oh,
mother was a stripper," and
right.
all
She's
this.
well, her mother was like at a cabaret, right? So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so she was basically a
Uh,
prostitute, I guess. But she's
that
like,
they would have been called that in them days. Yeah,
yeah, she was
yeah.
tormenting the shit out of her about that and making her try to sing. It's just like, damn, this is pretty crazy for 1969, man.
Oh God, yeah, yeah. You watch this film and you'll be like, some parts of this film you'll be like, shit, man. They were doing this back then as well.
Right,
Um, but then they tried to blackmail her as well. But again, it's sing, humiliating her and all that. So she decides then, fuck this, like basically, I'm gonna leave this place. She goes to see Lewis, and he gives her money, like gives her a hint how to get out of the place and all that. But then we get, I think, like you mentioned, that first kill scene is great. I think this is just as good, because you got like this stormy, she decides to go on as this stormy night. Um, and I think this scene is actually almost exactly the same as one in Phenomena, where you've got the young Jennifer's friend in Phenomena. She goes out to meet her boyfriend, I think it is, and in the grounds, she gets killed in the grounds of this, school, basically where they're staying. And I think this is really similar. I was like open mouthed, thinking, shit, there's no way this is not ripped from, Phenomena's not ripped this off. But
yeah. I imagine this influenced quite a few people because this was a big hit when it came out too. I was seeing it made 45 million, whatever.
oh shit, man, did it?
45 million Spanish, whatever.
Pesetas, probably, yeah.
Yeah, pesetas. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, this was really successful. I didn't quite get as far as looking into that, but that totally makes sense. I hope we're doing a good job of selling this to people. Really.
Yeah, man. I think if you like it's got the gothic tone to it, but it's like a giallo, but it's like a slasher. So it's I'd say it's more like a slasher though. But
yeah.
But it's its own thing too. I wouldn't just put it in one box. Let me put it that way. So
no, I think like you say, I think you said it perfectly. Actually, you know, all Gothic fans will get something out of this.
Right.
All giallo fans will get something out of this, and slasher fans definitely will get something out of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it plays up to this creepy finale, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into that because I don't want to ruin it for nobody. But
we can mention
line,
a little bit without saying exactly everything. You know. Go on, sorry.
The main thing that I got from it is abuse creates madness. So, the abuse creates madness. I really love this movie. This is an old school, dark ass horror film, and it's a true horror film, especially the way it ends. Like you don't see a lot, movies do that nowadays. They just leave you with this fucked up feeling at the end of the movie, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that shit, and I remember that when I was growing up watching films just like this. Like, it was a true horror. You know, it didn't have a happy ending and shit. So,
right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I don't know what you thought about the actual reveal of the killer. I figured out. I'm not gonna lie.
I figured out the killer. There's one scene where I figured out the killer.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say, but I figured out the killer like after it took me the second kill to figure out who the killer was. But
right, yeah.
But I did figure it out. But I think I've seen too many of these damn movies. So
I figured it out as well, probably around maybe the first kill. But again, of course, we mentioned this every stream. But I mean, I didn't see what was actually coming at the end.
No,
there's no way you will actually see that.
You're not going to see the very end, because even though if you figure out the killer, that was something else I was going to say. I did figure the killer out, but there was something more I didn't expect.
Yeah.
And it's very dark and it's very twisted and it's fucking great.
And it's worth
that
the
makes
price
me a sick puppy, then so be it. But
yeah. So there's 3 scenes in this film that's worth the price alone of the Blu-ray. You've got the 2 kills and then that ending, which I won't give away. But yeah, I don't know what you think. I don't know how you would rate this film out of 10. I give it a strong 7, but I mean, the more I talk about it, probably an 8. Probably an 8.
Okay, well, I got it. I mean, straight up, I got this at 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I get that.
But hell of a release too, man. It's got a ton loaded. If you want to know more about this, it's got great interviews with some of the cast members about the director. This is a hell of a release from Arrow, and really, really love these kind of films.
Did you get a chance to dive into those extras at all?
Yeah, I watched the interview with Mary Maud.
Okay.
And I watched the interview with the guy that plays Lewis. What's his name? John Mulder Brown.
Mulder Brown, yeah.
So, but yeah, highly recommend. Like I said, I give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely 7, 8 out of 10.
And I didn't know what I was getting into, but you put it over pretty good, so I was like, all right, let's check it out.
It was one I wasn't sure whether you were going to like. The more I thought about it, I thought, shit, you might not like this because it might be a bit slow. Yeah, I'm glad, man. I'm glad you really liked it because I did
not find it slow at all, man. Really,
it's funny because watching it, because I watched it twice for this, and the second time just seemed to go by really quickly. So yeah,
fine for me. I think it's paced well. I think I love the atmosphere and and the setting of the Gothic walking around with a candlestick, and it's got like 6 candles and shit, and just the way everything looked is fucking awesome. 19th century, I was there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
amazing, yeah. So yeah, highly recommended. I would say this one.
Hell yeah. But let's see what's going on with the chat right quick.
Yeah, man.
I haven't heard from Gismo. Thought I would have heard from him by now.
He might just jump on.
Let's see. Let's see if I can. Well, okay, I'll catch up with the chat. Let's see. Chris says Reed lives in California, as do I, so it's like a tropical storm now, I think. Okay.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah. Texas says that movie is nuts, Dirt. As I'm guess I don't know which movie
is he talking about the House of Scream?
I don't know, but I showed a few that I picked up recently too. So
Bones Afraid, mate. Yeah, might be
Slaughter Bones Afraid, could be Slaughter Hotel.
yeah.
Let's see. Chris says, who brought out Slaughter Hotel? It's Raro Video. Raro Video, I think.
Yeah, it's an amazing release as well.
It's Raro.
That cover after that film's great.
But yeah, really dug that one. And
we just recently done a Euro cult on that film. So what I'll do is when Steve does the MP3, I'll send it over to Chris so he can listen to it.
Chris says there's a book done by Gunnar Hansen. Yeah, it's out of print. It was put back into print, I heard. Yeah, the out of print is worth a lot. I looked that up one day. It's called I think it's called Chainsaw Confidential. But in that book, Gunnar Hansen talks about because everybody thinks that the family of Texas Chainsaw, everybody thinks their last name is Sawyer, but it's Slaughter. Okay. So in that book, he talks about that. So
right,
but their name was Slaughter in the first one. You can see it on the gas station sign. It says W.E. Slaughter. But in part 2, it's Sawyer for some weird reason. But, and then anyway, we're getting off track.
That's all right, man.
But because in part 4 it goes back to Slaughter, even though might not like part 4. That's a Slaughter family again in part 4. But
I get a kick out of part 4. I don't
mind it's just thrown off like a 3-neck goat, man. But let's see. I will definitely pick up The House at Scream. Yeah, man. I think. Yeah.
I think you'll like it. Yeah.
How good is that House of Psychotic Women set?
It's amazing, man. It's worth it just for footprints. But there's another film called Identikit in there, which is like a giallo with Elizabeth Taylor. Is it Elizabeth Taylor? Yeah, and she plays this psychotic. Well, obviously psychotic woman because they're all, But there's 2 films I've not seen. One's called Bats that I view is pretty good. Not sure the other one offhand. But just for those 2 films, I would get it alone just for them.
Texas is saying Bo is afraid. He's talking about that movie.
Okay, yeah.
Now, I knew it would be, and I knew it'd be right up my alley. So, out of the filmmakers that are out today, I appreciate Ari Aster the most because he's constantly trying to do something different. So,
yeah.
And then Chris says, "Thank you, Darren."
No worries, man.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I guess we'll get into this batshit crazy ass next movie, Delirium.
This is fucking wild. This film.
Yeah, this shit is crazy. Or Delirio
Yeah.
Caldo.
Yeah, yeah.
This is crazy as hell, man. But I enjoyed it, man. Uh, it's nuts, so. And I don't
It
fully
is.
understand it, so maybe we could like make some sense out of this shit.
Yeah, maybe the two of us combined can fucking make something out of this because
Yeah, because I mean,
individually it's difficult.
it's good. That's a good thing for me because it's done well. Everything's done good in the movie. Then I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna have to watch it several times. I know I will. But
I want us to kind of see that longest version I do that you saw.
yeah,
But we'll mention a bit, like a couple of the differences as well. Because, without going, we can say the synopsis in that first if you want. And then we can
yeah.
come on to like.
Well, it's directed by Renato Pacelli, and he wrote it too. So, and he did the screenplay. So,
Yeah, he's kind of really he's not really well known, but if you are into Italian films and you've seen some of his stuff, I think he did Psych for Murder, which is really good. That's a really good giallo that needs a Blu-ray release or DVD release even. And he did one called Mania as well from 1974, which is I've seen, but I've never seen it with English subtitles.
I did want to let everybody know though, this don't have an English track, so which I was good with that because I heard that you need to watch this with the English subtitles in the Italian. You know what I mean? The Italian version.
Yeah.
Because I heard it's there's a whole other story with the English track that kind of don't make sense. It kind of goes into the shit where he's like a Vietnam vet.
Yeah, basically that's the version I saw. Yeah,
Okay.
It starts off in Vietnam where he's in
this one.
Yeah. So I did go basically try to flick through the version you've seen, and your version starts off where he's in this. He picks up this girl, doesn't he? In your version.
Yeah.
But I think the main difference is, and we can actually say now, I think the Vietnam stuff is obviously the big difference in both, in the second version, the American version. Yeah. And I think a lot of the violence is like watered down in the American version rather than the version you saw. But basically it follows pretty much the same kind of thing. But then the ending is different as well in the version I saw. I don't want to get too confusing for people, but we'll come on to that when, when we do.
I mean, I'll say, man, I love the opening kill in this one too. I mean, you can already tell something's wrong with this dude. As soon as he picks this girl up from the bar or whatever,
yeah,
he's offering her a ride, and he's like looking at her legs. He just keeps looking at her legs, and she's like,
yeah,
like, what are you doing? Like kind of shit. And he's batshit crazy. You can tell he's off right out the gate. And so this whole scene where he chases her down into this waterfall, and he's like strangling her, drowning her in the waterfall, and he just starts smashing her shit with a rock. And I was like, what the shit? And then you see her hand just come out like this in the moonlight with the blood dripping off. It's insane. But
I did get to see the version you watched. I did get to see the opening, and the one you watched is a lot longer than the one I watched. Right. But yeah, that's a great. It kind of sets the film up. Oh well, I do gotta mention one funny thing though is in the opening scene when he picks that girl up, there's like this Donald Pleasance lookalike, and I mean this guy fucking stares like him and everything. I was fucking pissing myself laughing when I seen that. It's unmistakable as well. If once you see this guy, you'll think that's Donald Pleasance. Like fucking looks exactly like him.
Right.
But yeah, the performance of Mickey Haggerty, what do you think? It's so wooden, but it's just so fucking great at the same time.
I don't know, man. He looks fucking thrown off. He looks really crazy as hell.
Yeah, but the way he like talks and that is just wooden as fuck. But then it kind of works. Yeah. Go on.
I was kind of getting some vibes like kind of like Hannibal Lecter vibes. Like,
Okay.
maybe Thomas Harris had seen this film or some shit. The dude that wrote, the
right, yeah,
Manhunt and Red Dragon. I mean, Red Dragon and Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal and all that. But
that makes sense
from this movie.
Yeah.
There's some super kinky shit going on in here in this movie. Strangulations and I guess he's impotent or something.
Yeah.
His
Because
wife. You find out his wife's a virgin. What's that?
Yeah, he writes a letter, doesn't he, to his wife saying, basically he's impotent and they can't go on with the marriage and all this. I don't know if that was your version.
Worthless man, and she's still a virgin, and I was like, what the shit? This is wild. But he's got these crazy, he's a crazy motherfucker.
But apparently he was like that in real life as well. He's kind of like nuts. There's one that he was I've got it written down here. He was married, wasn't he, to a very famous actress, I believe. I got it written down. We'll come on to that in a bit. But his performance is just fucking one of a kind. I don't think you can ever replicate the way he goes about things.
His face,
and I don't know if it's all. Exactly. Yeah, it's everything. The way he portrays his lines as well is just so. I guess the best way to describe it is kind of like a fever dream in a way.
Did you watch the English track though?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe that's why, because I didn't get that vibe from the Italian.
God, you got okay. So
that might be
one
why,
of the extras.
Yeah.
You've got to see the English
voice actor fucking it up,
No, I think it was his actual voice because he's like Hungarian or something like that. Honestly, man, you've just got to watch it just for that fucking vocal track. It's like so fucking.
I didn't think there was the American version, was it?
Yeah. If you go on because they don't advertise it, I don't think, on the actual main. But if you go into the extras on the main menu, then you'll see it there, and it's pretty much like the DVD version. This version we got, we got two versions of it on there,
right?
But so it's not as good a quality as the one you've seen.
Yeah, I just went straight after the Italian with the English.
Yeah, maybe I should have. We should have conferred, maybe. But it's good in a way that we've both seen different versions because we can both talk about them. But yeah, basically as well. So you got his wife who's just this. She just lets him walk all over her. She's like he says something along the lines of.
She's extremely loyal. Like she tells him that basically he can kill her.
He can do whatever he wants. He
can do whatever he wants. That she's his, and I was like, what the shit.
She said something she'd rather be dead or something, like if she didn't have him, so he can do whatever. And it's really wild, man. She actually finds because the killer in this, there's no kind of we know who the killer is from the outset, or what we think is the main story from the outset, and
that's what's so crazy because it shows him kill somebody at the very beginning, and then you're like, but then there's some other killings going on.
Exactly.
You're like, what the shit? And he's helping the cops. Like Hannibal does, like in I guess you'd say Red Dragon or Manhunt, or or even the TV show, But
these coppers or policemen are so fucking stupid. He's basically saying when there's going to be a kill, what time and where it's going to be. And the policeman just fucking I think there's one line and the policeman says, "Oh, I don't know how he can work it out," but I mean, he's never a suspect early on in his film, which is quite amazing when you think about it. But his wife actually finds this box, doesn't she, where he's kept all these things from the first killing, like clothing and stuff like that.
It's very trippy shit going on too, though. It's like psychedelic hippie music going on. And then the wife has these nightmares of a sex dungeon where he's strangling these women.
It's fucking far.
I showed it in the intro a little bit, but
It's really weird. Yeah,
bizarre ass movie, man. Like 100%, you can't nail this shit down and tell me that you know what this movie's about all the way. I wouldn't believe you if you did, but
no, I've seen it a few times, like 3 times, and I still, yeah. But then the part there's another kill in this. The part I really liked with so we got the killer and they got his mask and like black gloves, and he strangles this girl in a phone box.
Oh yeah, that is
which
excellent
predates.
setup.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It predates Halloween with PJ Souls kill, with the phone. So I thought that was good. You got that strange guy as well who's like this.
He's a pervy ass peeping Tom, dude, and he's on like the scene of every kill, and they're suspecting him and shit. But like he keeps proving that he's not the killer. He's just some kind of perverted dude, I guess. I don't know. Yeah,
he's kind of the very obvious red herring throughout, man.
But he's like trying to play a hero too, which is strange.
Yeah.
But he sucks at it. He sucks at being the hero.
He puts himself into danger so many times. It's just kind of it's hilarious.
It's like the one scene where he goes in there to save the girl with the gas and shit, and he's fucking the gas is fucking him up. And I was like, what the hell? He had to get out of there. I was like, this is crazy. But
yeah, you've got like sex scenes as well in this. Is incredible, man. You've got like you get some kind of contraption and kind of does, I don't really want to say the word, but rape this one girl like this with this metal thing. I don't know if that was in your version.
Yeah, I think so. And he does some weird shit with his wife, all down her back, down her back and shit, and cuts her all up and shit. And she's just like, whatever, But
yeah, not to go back too much as well, but quite funny as well, where the police use this decoy woman after the first kill.
I was confused on that. They had 2 decoys, right? Is that what?
Right? Yeah. I think so.
Like,
yeah.
And the killer kills their ass while they're there.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is it?
I mean, how stupid would the police have to have been to let that happen as well?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy, man. But it does play into like the reveals towards the end of the film, which I thought was kind of interesting actually, because you think it's just this one guy, but something happens later on in the film. I won't spoil it to suggest maybe otherwise as well. Obviously he's guilty, but I mean to suggest something else happening as well.
Yeah, you got a twisted ass, strange, very strange love triangle. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, it's really weird as well, because like one involves his niece as well, which is quite strange. So there's always like the incest kind of thing as well going on. You've got the kill then in the
too. He's got a thing with the fucking legs though.
Yeah.
You notice that he keeps looking at the legs, and then his like fucking fish brain starts fucking spasming out.
Right, yeah. There's a really good scene as well where the woman in the bathtub, he drains her in a bathtub and whips her.
Oh yeah, and then he puts her damn nightgown over her fucking head.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this shit, man? It's fucking insane, dude. I dug it though. It's
yeah.
I'll definitely go back to it, but I mean, this whole thing where you see on the cover right here is that's a damn good cover. Like, makes sense after you watch the movie.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's just so, I don't think I've seen like strangulation like this in another movie.
No. And you've got to love the whole scene as well coming up with where he like basically there's this really young student and he's kind of mentions he's going to help her with her research and all that, and this girl looks really fucking young as well, which makes it even more creepy. And like you say, he strangles her when like he gets out of the car, and like the police are then still convinced this other guy, that weird guy called John Lacey, I believe, and yeah, it's just batshit crazy. I hope we're doing this justice again, but there's so much to fucking mention in this film. It's just crazy, man.
Yeah, the version I saw was 94 minutes, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, it wouldn't be too much longer. That might be 10 minutes longer, maybe. But you had all the gore and stuff, and all the sleaziness was in your version.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, how you can describe the ending, man? I don't know.
It's a mystery, man. I'm not gonna spoil the ending. I don't think you can.
No, no.
but I'm not gonna say anything anyway. But yeah, I need to watch it again.
I just gotta mention that one kill that predates Black Christmas with the fucking bag over her head.
Yeah.
I think fucking hell, man. Bob Clark must have seen this as well. I know I keep saying this with Argento and stuff, but he must have, because it's on.
I mean,
you know,
I just wonder though that I guess they had more access. These filmmakers, these directors, I think they did have more access to see these foreign films at like festivals and shit. You know.
I know Delirium must have played New York City and
right.
You know, the old grindhouses, and I think that's where a lot of them got to see. Yeah, certainly the American, you know, directors and I got to see all this shit. Argento did, basically, because he was like, he reviewed films, so we got to see everything as well, but in a different kind of way. Yeah, the finale, man, is fucking. We're not gonna spoil it, but it's fucking far out, man.
Yeah, man.
There's a massive twist as well, another twist to come, which is really good.
Yeah, because you think
it's just bizarre.
You think the movie showed you everything, but and revealed everything, but definitely not. It's batshit insane. It's a very I would even say they were probably tripping acid or something whoever made this movie. I don't know, man.
Man. It's trippy as fuck. It's like all the way through, but it's so much fun, man. This is another one that's just highly recommended. The ending I saw is slightly different to Dirk's, but it kind of makes sense. The ending I saw, that's all I'll say on that. Probably a little bit more than the other version. But yeah, man, I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep it and go back to it. It's going to be one that confuses the shit out of me, which is not a bad thing, really. So.
Yeah. I don't think I'd put it as a top tier Giallo. I'd probably put it somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you just want to fucking sit down and just just a fun film, really, even though it's dark.
It's heavy Italian though, for sure.
Yeah.
And you definitely see like the set pieces and the backdrop of everything is very much a Giallo. Like
God, yeah, absolutely.
It's heavy,
absolutely.
like the colors and shit, and the like I keep saying psychedelic, but I mean it really.
That's the best way to describe it. You know, the music. You've got the sleazy sex scenes as well. Everything's there for a Giallo fan to like fucking love, man.
Right. But yeah, man, I recommend it. Delirium.
What did you rate it? The 10, would you say?
I gave it a 6.5 out of 10.
I give it a 6. I did a solid 6 though.
Now, this looks like I'm a half above you on both of these.
Yeah. But they change with me all the time, man. You know,
right?
Because I go back on Letterboxd sometimes and I'll see a different score. I give it first time or whatever.
Yeah,
but
the music I like a lot. I like the music a lot in this one too. Yeah,
the music is great. Yeah, this is just a strong 6 out of 10, and that's people who know my ratings. That's pretty good. You know, I would say
it's a very bizarre film, but I appreciate it.
Definitely check it out if you haven't got it already.
I'm gonna catch the chat right quick.
Man.
Before we get into the third one, I guess Gismo must have went to sleep or something. I wouldn't be surprised.
I know he was up very early, like.
Yeah, he texted me at here. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning or something. But
Right. Yeah.
Let's see. We got Castellar Daniel Garcia. Glad you're here,
Oh,
man.
yeah, man.
Glad the TCM game arrived this week. Yeah, I've been waiting, man. 2 years for that shit.
Yeah, I've never heard of that guy's name before, but good to see you in here, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. And Texas is saying, hey, Rob Romano, what's going on? He says, what's up, Dirt?
Hey,
Q-Boy. All you fine folks in the chat. Yeah, man. Glad you're here, too.
Yeah, man, definitely.
I like that damn his profile picture right there. But let's see. Hagen K. What up, fellas? What's happening, man?
Hey, man. Hey.
Wild Wrangler. What's
Hey,
happening?
Wrangler.
Says Dan D, Dirk and Darren. Dan D, Dirk and Darren. Okay, I got you.
D&D.
Okay. Yeah, man. Texas saying hey, and Chris saying gotta head out. We'll watch the rest on replay. You all have a great Saturday. Yeah, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, definitely. Have a good one, Chris.
Good.
I saw your video you made last night as well, which was good. Yeah, thanks for the support, man.
Have a good day. Have a good day at work, man.
Definitely, man.
Yep. Everybody else just saying, hey, cool. We're kind of moving along, ain't we?
Yeah,
We're like an hour 6
This
in.
is good. This is good for us, actually.
Yeah. So
talking of batshit crazy films.
Yeah. So the third and final film we're going to talk about is Schizoid, Klaus Kinski.
Yeah, I love that
1980.
cover, man.
What's that?
I love that cover you got there.
Yeah, I like that one too, though, because that's
yeah.
when the chick's on the fence, she's trying to get,
Yeah, that's fucking nice, man. I need to upgrade to that. I got the shitty bloody Screen Factory version.
Yeah.
They don't even. What pisses me off about this is they don't even give you the option, or maybe they do, of the two films. No, just the.
Well, this one don't either, really, because it if you look at it close, it's got the. Well, it does, but it's got the X-ray. You can see the X-ray at the bottom over here.
Yeah. I hate it when they do that.
But for the most part, you can flip it But anyway, let's see. I'm not all the way prepared yet. Hold on, y'all. Sorry.
That's all right, man. No, that's fine.
So this is the third and final one, man. Schizoid. It's directed by David Paulson. It's got Klaus Kinski as Peter Fales, Mariana Hill as Julie Caffrett, Craig Wasson as Doug Caffrett, Donna Wilkes as Allison Frales, Christopher Lloyd is in this damn movie. And Christopher Lloyd's a red herring, which is crazy. He's like the maintenance guy,
Yeah, he's
but
kind of
obvious. Every time I see a maintenance guy and they're leaning on him hard like he's the damn killer, I'm like, nah, man, hell no, And it's an obvious choice. But Richard Hurd as Lieutenant Donahue, Joe Regobuto as Detective Jake, and did I cover?
Yeah, I think I've got most of them.
That's good. That's good enough. I could go through all of them if we wanted to,
But the director did make a slasher film from 1976 called Savage Weekend, which I really like. But that one is really slow. It's kind of a backward slasher, but I don't think it's going to be like for everyone. But if you can get hold of it cheap, I would say. But everyone in this film, like Klaus Kinski, he did. I was looking back on his filmography, and he did like something. I was amazed, like 10 Krimi films, maybe 12 Krimi films in the 1960s alone, which is crazy, man. Obviously, he did Slaughter Hotel, Double Face, Death Smiles on a Murderer, and Footprints. Although he's not heavily in Footprints. But what a cast, man. You've got Donna Wilkes as well from Jaws 2. She did another slasher called Blood Song in 1982, and one with Linda Blair called Grotesque in 1988, which is really bad. Craig Wasson, obviously.
I see Roger Ebert criticized the shit out of this movie. He said it was heavy because of the heavy violence against women and all that shit.
Okay, yeah. Because I'm going to come on to like this. This is the worst murder mystery element I've ever seen in a film. Because that opening shot, you can just tell. And I don't know if it's because of Blu-ray. I don't know if it was different to watch on VHS. But I knew the killer from the off. Because it can only, how can I put it? The silhouette of the killer only looks like one person in the cast. And it was, to me, it was just obvious from the start. That's not to say I didn't get enjoyment out of the film, but I just thought that was really bad. You know,
I didn't pick up on that. No, I guess.
Oh god, it's unmistakable as well. If you go back, it's completely unmistakable.
The killer's all in black, and he's wearing a hat and shit. So
yeah, but you kind of see the outline of his hair and stuff. Honestly, if you go back, even in the car, when you see the point of view shots of the killer, you can tell it's this character. Shall I say? I won't give away who it is. But yeah, it's still lots to love in this. This is another batshit crazy film, because I don't know if you know, and I don't think it's been widely publicized, but I was listening to a podcast and they actually said Klaus Kinski was actually having an affair with Donna Wilkes on this set of this film, which really blows my it blows my mind, because she's like, he's got to be 50 and she's what, 20, if that.
No, damn.
Yeah, and that's come from a reliable source as well. Troy Howarth was actually the guy, but he didn't put it in his book, I fear, for basically, when you say things like that, you've got to be able to fucking back it up, because maybe it'd be libelous or something. But that's come from a pretty good source. And that's fucking mad, man, when you see his relationship with his daughter, because she plays his daughter in this film. It's crazy, man.
So who's I'm mixing up the names now, but the woman that's the stripper in the movie, is that Flo Lawrence, or
I'm not sure of her actual name in the actual film. But yeah, so basically it's this like therapy group of women, and that one guy I think is in it as well.
Who's the stripper woman though? Do you know the actress's name?
I haven't got it written down. I don't think.
Okay. Anyway, I hate that, man, because I thought I had it right here. But she was saying that Klaus Kinski was like touching her inappropriately in a scene, and like that the director didn't say cut, and she was like, the scene probably where
yeah
right after she comes off stage, but she was really pissed off about it, but the director kept filming and she was like expecting him to stop the shit, but Klaus Kinski was a piece of shit, kind of like that in a way.
Yeah. So if you like, obviously I watched the Donna Wilkes interview, and she said that Klaus Kinski, during the set, on set, he was touching women's asses, he was touching and feeling them up, he was complete like sex fucking pest, which like made me think shit, because she was having an affair with him as well. But I found funny as well, the director actually allowed Klaus Kinski to actually drink on set as well. He was drinking wine during the filming of this. Did you notice as well that he's always got a cigarette in every scene in his mouth?
Yeah.
It's like a chain smoker. But he's really sleazy in real life, and it comes through in this film like really well. So
That's
yeah,
bugging the shit out of me. I got to see who that is because I don't
that's
want
all
to.
right, man. Yeah, good.
I don't
You
want to
go and
say.
you have a look, and I'll just go through the opening part of the film if you want. But so yeah, we got this. Basically, there's this advice columnist lady who she's basically in this therapy group. She's trying to get over like a split with her husband, and all these women in this kind of therapy group start getting killed, like one by one. And the way the killer is as well, he's got kind of black gloves, hat. He's going around, but his device he's killing them with is basically scissors.
Yeah.
But like I said earlier, I worked out the killer straight away. But that's not, that's not the be all end all of this film really, because then you got,
I didn't figure it out. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't figure that out. I wasn't looking at that though either. I guess I don't know.
No, didn't you find that character so obvious then? Obviously not. I even without knowing like the outline of him, is even the character itself.
There's other characters too, though. Like I thought that there was some pretty good red herrings, especially like Klaus Kinski and the daughter, and
yeah.
I was kind of like, what the hell is up with that? Because I thought that was an odd ass scene at the very beginning too. I was like, why is this? Because I was like, I didn't know, because they don't say who she is at the beginning, but she's getting naked and she's about to get in the shower.
Yeah.
And you just see him looking at her, the way he's looking at her. And then you find out that's his daughter. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like,
and then you find out what was going on as well on set. Yeah. So it's fucking sleazy as fuck, that scene. Yeah. She actually gets completely naked and she topless at least. And he's spying on her in the shower. Like, it's really fucking sleazy.
Very creepy. Because I thought that it was like just, I didn't, because, when you're first seeing it, you don't know who the hell that is. Like I said, you don't know if that's like a chick that he just brought home or whoever it is. But then you find out it's his daughter, and you're like, "What the shit?" But whatever.
And he plays this really fucking. He's kind of sleeping with all his fucking.
How's he a panty dropper?
Exactly. It's
how's
crazy,
this fucking guy a panty dropper? Like, this looks like he's like fucking brainwashing them. That's what I was thinking, because they're in this therapy group,
Yeah.
Because he is an ugly motherfucker. I don't know, but
I don't know. He had to way with the women apparently in real life as well. Because in this film, he's shagging everybody. Yeah. But yeah, crazy man.
I mean, they just get super turned on when this dude walks around, comes around.
It's great, but every guy in this film, like Dirk said, is basically a red herring. Yeah. Because we get a scene early on with the black guy in the lift, and then he kind of walks her to her apartment door. Yeah. But he turns out like he's this gay guy, which I thought was
the
really
gay neighbor across the way.
Yeah.
You're like,
and
he looks like he's fixing to mug her. The way they do it, they make it look like he's fixing to mug the shit out of her. And
yeah. And this guy could have walked in off the set of Cruising. He's so fucking obvious. Like, but it's great.
I was even suspecting her ass because she acts fucking weird too. She acts crazy too, So
yeah. So I wish I never worked it out early, but yeah, that's just the way it is, isn't it?
Right.
But then we have the couple then that are having sex in the barn, and then really cool shot is we get this fucking dead girl comes fucking falling, from the fucking ceiling. I thought that was done really well. Definitely a throwback to, or actually this was actually before a lot of the Friday the 13th films. So yeah, maybe they kind of ripped this off. Yeah. So same year as Friday the 13th.
Yeah. I like the girl in the yellow rain jacket killed too, though. That was.
Oh man, yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. So you've got basically Kinski's having it off. You know, the doctor's having it off with this stripper as well. That's like seedy. He's having sex and
it just looks so damn grimy too. Like that whole scene, like just looks trashy as shit. Like they're in what are they in a fucking kitchen or something? I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah.
It's fucking weird. Like
it is, yeah.
Like a restaurant kitchen, but it's at that strip club, I guess. But
But I think for me, like then we come on to like the best scene in the film for me, where you've got this fucking brilliant chase sequence. You know, the killer chases this stripper. Like it's late at night. He's basically using his scissors again.
Yeah, he's got like big ass scissors.
Yeah.
Know? So actually looking back at the film, yeah, you can kind of figure it out if you think about it, because what the scissors are for. I'm not gonna say, but you know.
Yeah. And we got the dumb cops in this as well. How the fuck they can't figure things out, I don't know. And they are, I don't want to go like jump into it too early, but the way they actually find out who the killer is not even their detective work either, really, because this just comes from this one guy's comment. But so you got the newspaper clippings as well. We got to mention someone sending this therapist, advice columnist, these letters saying they're going to kill them, and they're going to, all these fucking weird cut out kind of newspaper clippings.
Yeah, they cut out the words and paste it on a page, and
yeah. So you got that, like, and then her ex-husband Doug, he's always on the scene. He's kind of helping out with the decorating, like office apartment, I think it is. But yeah, and then it kind of the police are kind of not interested, are they? At first, they don't give a shit, basically. And then didn't you find it strange how she found out that Jane Doe girl was her friend, but through fucking police photograph? And I'm thinking that would not happen today, man.
Yeah.
You know, when he's going through all these, like, there's no way a policeman would show you dead woman's photographs.
Yeah, no shit. No.
So yeah, it's kind of funny.
Not just free to everybody to see,
No. So they sat up there in this phone line, didn't they, to try and catch the killer?
Yeah.
Again, there's not much thought in any of this. Like, it's so funny, really.
So the chick, Donna Wilkes, she was in Angel.
Yeah.
And, what's the second one? Angel something? Angel.
Oh, she was in the sequel as well. I'm not sure.
I thought she was in both films.
She's well known for like Jaws 2 as well, and she did a really good slasher with Frankie Avalon. Avalon, who's the killer in Blood Song. He plays like this fucking trumpet or flute playing fucking killer, which is really good. But yeah, that scene with her daughter as well, mine. I don't know what you think, but I thought Donna Wilkes was probably one of the best things in the film. I thought her performance was fucking amazing.
Yeah, I thought Kinski did really good too. Like,
oh yeah, with Kinski, you're gonna get that kind of
over the top, fucking.
Oh god, yeah,
crazy,
just as sleazy kind of fucking
He's playing kind of a different kind of. I don't know. It's kind of different though for him.
It's funny that last week we saw Slaughter Hotel as well as kind of coincidence because he plays the doctor in that as well.
Yeah, he's like got a pipe the whole time.
Yeah. He must have been a chain smoker in real life because he's literally got a fag in his mouth every time. A fag over here is cigarette mine, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I know it's different over there. But yeah, so we obviously got this weird scene then with Doug, the ex-husband, who's kind of climbing up the fucking stairs to try and catch his ex-wife out with Kinski's character.
Yeah.
And that was funny as well when he's chased down the road by that guy.
Yeah.
being like a
with that Batman shit. I like the killer though, like all the scenes with the killer, like in the dark alleys and shit and chasing people down, and You know
Oh,
what I mean?
absolutely. By far the best part of the film and are those scenes, yeah.
And the hot tub scene, of course.
Yeah, yeah. Which came before Halloween 2 as well, because there's a hot tub scene killing that.
Yeah.
Always just, these films always kind of fucking remind me of, you know,
Parallels.
scenes.
You find the parallels.
Yeah, yeah. I'm probably way off with a lot of them as well. Probably maybe the directors didn't see a lot of them. I don't know, but just kind of seems a bit obvious to me. But yeah, it's just great. It's just a film. Just don't take this serious at all, really.
No.
Just look at it as just a popcorn kind of slasher.
I mean, I don't know. Donna Wilkes kind of got on my nerves, though. I gotta admit, she kind of got on my nerves in this one.
But I think that was meant to be, though, wasn't it? She's there to do that, so I think she does her job really well in doing that.
Mm-hmm.
She plays fucking angry really well, man.
Yeah.
I was surprised how good she was in this role, really, considering she didn't really do a lot of good stuff after this, apart from Angel. I think was the most well known. But yeah, you kind of got the thing with the father daughter, and you know,
very
this
weird.
This columnist as well, which is but the reveal of the killer is probably, I've said it obviously, is to me one of the most obvious ever. But the cops,
I feel like a dumbass because I didn't pick up on it like for me, but
no, maybe I was looking a little bit too, you know, I was like really looking at the silhouette of the killer earlier on and all that.
Yeah.
Which maybe I should have just put it on and just went with the flow. But the way the cops find out as well, so random that they find out who the killer is. Yeah. And the motive as well, I thought was kind of obvious for the killings.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't let me, I hope I'm not putting anyone off, you know, watching the film at all. Because that one final scene there is basically batshit crazy. I can't really say a lot. Or I will say one of the characters we just mentioned kind of redeemed themselves right at the end. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just a very sleazy, very schlocky kind of film. I think popcorn kind of film. You might, all slasher fans probably get something out of it.
Yeah.
Would you say Giallo fans as well?
I give it a 6 out of 10.
That's what I give it actually.
Okay. Yeah. This one I like the least out of the three, but I think I'll return to it. You know what I mean? It kind of threw me off seeing Christopher Lloyd playing that handyman role though. Like I just wasn't expecting that shit. But I did find it about Flo. It's Flo Lawrence, the woman that played Pat.
Yeah.
She played Pat, and she said that she felt somehow abused by Klaus Kinski in the scene just after the topless dancing scene. Kinski starts grabbing me and touching me in places that he had no business touching me.
Right.
My acting chops went out the window. I should have slapped him, but I was just so shocked and no one yelled cut at that point. Actor Richard Hurd recalled of the production that he and Kinski got along well. He was just a classy actor.
Oh God, man.
He was a little odd. He did not like people to touch him, but he had no problem touching people. So
he was basically like that on every set, because I've got the book that Troy Howarth wrote about him, and he was basically a sex pest everywhere. But funny enough, in the interview with Donna Wilkes, she actually said they kind of got on well, and obviously she don't mention the affair they had or anything, but she said to everyone else he was just like complete fucking bastard, basically. Just had complete run of the show, you know.
He looks like he'd be a real arrogant type, you know. You're gonna do whatever. But then I was like listening to other people saying how great he was, like the production design woman. She was talking about how great of a guy he was and all this shit. But I don't know.
So Donna Wilkes, funny enough, right? She said they would, like, you know, after filming and stuff, they would sit down and talk, and Klaus Kinski would come off with we've come out with all these fucking stories about, you know, sexual goings on and all that. She said she couldn't even say them on camera. They are that bad.
Yeah.
And he would openly brag about it as well. He would say he was fucking women left, right, and center. And he'd openly fucking say that on set and behind the scenes and everything. He was a complete fucking scumbag from what I've read. But some people took a shine to him, yeah, obviously. Which is weird, man.
I think he wore two different faces, you know, like so.
Yeah. But he was definitely a serial sex fucking pest.
Right.
I wouldn't go as far as to say offender, but definitely a pest. There is one scene that I want to mention at the end without giving anything away. So one character stabs the one character at the end, right? But why I'm bringing it up is this character, they had it all planned out to do this kill right at the end.
Yeah.
And there was like a squib on the back or something, like tag on the back of the car.
It was a pad.
That's it. Sorry, yeah.
And the person missed the pad and actually stabbed the other person in the fucking back.
That's right, for real. And this person had to go to fucking hospital and everything afterwards. But lucky enough, it was right at the end of the film, so it didn't really stop shooting.
But the person that got stabbed kept acting and didn't stop. So I was like, big props for that. I can't see how I'll spoil the damn killer.
No. Yeah. If you watch the film, you'll know, and it'll make sense. But apparently it wasn't too bad. It wasn't a deep cut or anything. But it's still kind of not good.
But to keep acting after that happened, that's pretty damn good.
So yeah, I really like this film. Like Dirk, I'd say it's probably the worst of the three. Yeah. But it's definitely a solid 6. And definitely worth going and checking out.
Let me catch the chat right quick.
Yeah, man. Yep.
Holland says, love me some red herrings. Yeah, man.
There's a ton in this, man.
The more, the better, I always say. Some of them are pretty obvious that you know that's not the damn killer. But,
yeah.
I got to check out some Giallos soon. My friend has all those Giallo essentials from Arrow. Yeah, man.
That's a good place to start. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in those. Wild Wrangler. They're saying, hey. Yeah, man. But yeah, that's Schizoid. Hopefully, we broke it down enough. I try not, we don't go through it all the way because we don't want to spoil it because, we know a lot of people probably haven't seen these, but that's the Vinegar Syndrome. I got this on a sale. Last time I checked, though, this son of a bitch is almost out of print. It might be now.
I think it is, actually, yeah.
It had 68 left. This was a couple days ago.
Is there a commentary track on that, Dirk?
Yeah.
Do you know? There is. Is that? Oh, shit.
I didn't check out the commentary, but there is. And I'm not sure who's doing it, but if you want that, I'd say get it soon because it's probably going to be gone. But I got it on a sale. I think I got it for like $15 or some shit.
Oh shit! That's definitely the version to get. Don't get the Scream Factory because it's fucking just one interview and that's it on the extras.
Oh, it's loaded with shit. Yeah. But yeah,
I don't know if you want to mention because we got like pretty much a special guest coming up. I don't know if you want to mention that. That's all.
Yeah. So next week we're gonna. Go ahead. You can mention it.
Yeah. Basically, this well-known guy in the Giallo community. He's from Scotland. I think that quite a lot of people know him as Giallo Submarine on YouTube. Yeah. Check out his channel and all that good shit. Subscribe and all that. But he's coming on next week, and we're gonna talk about Luigi Bozzoni films, like the 3 Giallo he made. So The Possessed, The Fifth Chord, and Footprints on the Moon. So I'm really excited for that. I know Dirk has not seen Footprints.
That's the only one of the 3 I hadn't seen is Footprints on the Moon. But the other 2 I liked a lot. The Possessed is a 1965 black and white film, but I really dug it. I'm gonna enjoy revisiting that. And like I said, Footprints I've never seen, but I've heard great things about it.
Yeah, I think you'll like that. But yeah, that's a massive like guest for us, like because he's really kind of well known in the Giallo community as well.
Yeah, I appreciate him coming on, man. He's said he was excited to do it. The Fifth Chord I really like too.
Kind of the one the more like Argento, I would say, the three of them. Yeah. But can't wait to talk about those films. That's going to be a great. Hopefully, that's we'll get a decent turnout, and I think that's going to be a great episode.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. Just digging in those films again, and giving them a proper review.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, man, let's see. Texas says sounds great. Awesome, man. Oh yeah. I appreciate everybody that's been in the chat, man. I know this is gonna be this is probably the earliest episode for us. Like
yeah.
Unless there's something else you can think of you want to talk about, or
I can't think of anything offhand. If anyone's got any questions they want us to answer or comments or any of that shit, then I'm happy to do that.
Yep.
If you've got any kind of directors they want us to cover or films they want us to cover, just let us know. Yeah, in the comments.
I'm definitely gonna be on this shit. So
yeah, I don't blame you, man. That sounds really good.
But
I still got 4 films to watch for tomorrow night.
So we'll be tomorrow night. We'll be on Gismo stream. There's something rotten in the collection.
Yeah.
And hold on, I will put his link. I'll put it in the chat. Hold on just a second, y'all.
Definitely everyone subscribe as well. You probably, if you're in this stream anyway, you probably know Gismo anyway.
Yeah.
Check out his interview as well that he did last week with Fred Vogel, I think it was.
Yeah.
That thing's got like 8,000 views or something.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm hold on just a second, yeah.
No worries, man.
Let's see. I don't know if I'm doing this shit right or not.
Take he must have fallen asleep then, Gizmo.
Yeah, he probably did. He's he stays up 24 hours, sleeps 2, and then wakes back up. You know how he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to put his link in the chat, but anyway. Copy. I'll do it this way. Maybe I can do it justice. Yeah, I don't know if that's a link per se, but that's his channel. If y'all want to check that out, that'll be tomorrow night. I think 6 Central and then 7 Eastern Standard Time. And I don't know what time it is for you because you're 6 hours ahead. It's like midnight.
Midnight in the UK, yeah.
Right.
And like we usually do about 4 hours sometimes, only 3 or 4 hour streams. So it's probably going to be about 4 a.m. when I get off. But it's all good though.
Right.
Looking forward to that actually as well. Still got hopefully some good films to watch. I know I got Maniac Cop to watch, so looking forward to that one.
Let's see, I got Wild Wrangler. He says favorite whodunit films.
Whodunit films. I suppose any Giallo would probably qualify for that.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much any Giallo.
Slasher maybe as well. Think of some offhand.
Trying to think of something like right off the top though. sticks out.
The obvious one would be like Deep Red. I think that's a great whodunit.
I'm trying to think of something from like maybe childhood.
I like Sleepless as well. Dario Argento, that's a good whodunit.
Yeah. Jagged Edge. I really like that one.
Yeah, with Glenn Close. That's a good one.
Glenn Close and Jeff Bridges. That's pretty damn good. Another one that don't hardly ever get mentioned, but I remember from childhood was Blackout. It was it was an HBO original. It's got one of the Carradine brothers. I'm not sure what his it might be Keith Carradine, I believe. I could be wrong on that, but that's a damn good one, man. Blackout. It's been a long time since I've seen that shit too. It's kind of like similar to Stepfather.
Okay, yeah.
It's kind of similar to Stepfather, but it's got a hell of a twist.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, he wears like a black mask. It's got like a.
I've seen the cover with the zip.
It's got a zipper. And,
yeah, I've seen the cover.
All black gloves and all that shit. I just remember that shit when I was a kid.
I think I've actually got a VHS of that, funny enough.
Yeah.
I was going to say Dress to Kill. I know we mentioned it before. I think that's one of the best whodunits.
Yeah.
Trying to look. Spiral Staircase I mentioned before. That's a good one.
Yeah. That's hard to just come up with right off the top of the head.
Slasher wise, Unhinged is a good one. I'm just looking at my guy in front of me, which I think will qualify. But yeah, if anything else comes to mind, I'll see.
Yeah. Well, man, I guess we're gonna get up out of here. It's been fun. I'm glad everybody hung out in the chat that was here, and appreciate y'all. And anybody checking this out for the first time, like and subscribe, and we'll keep on doing this, man, until somebody runs us off. But I don't think that could happen.
No, the thing is, as long as we got the love for doing what we do, and that's purely all we're doing this for, is the love of cinema, and then we'll keep doing it, man. And if anyone wants to get involved, just let us know. Even, if you want to come on the channel as well, let us know. Comments and stuff, and just things we want to you'd like us to cover and things like that. Just keep them coming, man, and then we'll try and do everything we can.
Yeah, man. Well, we're gonna get out of here. Hope everybody has a good rest of their Saturday. What's left of it. And
I think we got 1.5 hours left, so
okay. Yeah, we still got quite a bit here, but we're gonna get on out of here then.
Yeah. Have a good one, guys, and we will catch you later.
Yeah, y'all take care.
Bye, guys.